Hello friends, welcome to my channel Electrical Master. This video we are going to discuss about how to select proper CT for our connecting equipment and also how to select CT primary current rating and what is CT burden and how we can calculate the CT burden. These things we are going to discuss. So watch the video completely, then you will understand each piece of this concept. And before going to the video, if you are visiting my channel first time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon. Then you will never miss our updated videos. Let's go to the video. So friends, before a previous video, I have posted what is CT rating and what is CT and PT, where it is used. All the things already we were discussed. If you do not watch that video, click this eye icon, you will get that video. Otherwise, I will give the link in the description, you can watch it. So now we will go to this video. How we can select the proper size of CT. It's a very simple concept. We all know the thumbs rule. So same thumb rule we will use here. Whatever the equipment you are going to connect in the CT, you have to consider only one thing, that the CT primary current rating should be 20% greater than the selected equipment. For example, like if you are going to connect CT to the motor, or if you are going to connect CT to switchgear panel or MCC panel or whatever, any feeders, that connecting equipment full load current, whatever the full load current is there, that current should be lesser than the CT current primary current rating. Or other hand, we can say the CT primary current rating should be 20% greater than the connecting equipment full load current. Now I will explain this concept with a simple example, then you will be easily get this point. Let us consider we are going to connect one CT to the motor feeders, and this motor is a 3-phase motor, 440 volt, and the capacity is 150 HP. Okay, and now we will calculate this motor full load current. We know the general power formula, power equal to √3 into VI cos pi. Using this formula, I got it, the full load current is 147 ampere. So I know that, so 20% greater than means 176 ampere. So in the market you cannot get this value 176 ampere CT you cannot get. So the standard next available size we can go. So standard available size will be 200 amperes. So we can select 200 bar 1 ampere or 200 bar 5 ampere CT for the connecting this motor feeder. In this way you can easily size any equipment CT, easily you can select it. Now not only CT rating, there is some other aspect also we have to consider while selecting the CT. What are the aspect? That is CT accuracy and also CT protection class. Suppose if you are going to use for the protection purpose, then you have to give less important for the accuracy class. If you are going to use the CT for the measurement, means you have to give more important in the accuracy class. Okay, let us see. Now we are using this CT for the protection purpose, so we can give less accuracy class important. So accuracy here I am selecting is a 5P10. So 5P10 already we were discussed in previous video. 5P means 5% of error will occur when 10 times of CT rated fault current will come. It sends 5% of error in the CT. That is the CT accuracy class. And CT burden. CT burden, minimum CT burden we required for the standard CT sizing 15 volt ampere. So if you are going to buy a measuring CT or protection CT, you have to minimum CT burden required is 15 volt amperes. Okay, and this accuracy class, if you are going to connect in measuring CT, means you have to use minimum class 1 accuracy, or protection CT means you have to use minimum 5P10 CT. So these are the basic aspect of selecting the CT ratio. Now you will understand. And also you have to consider the CT withstanding current. Normally we know the withstanding current of our connecting equipment Like switchgear, if you are seeing, the short circuit withstanding current will be 25 kiloampere. For equipment you are going to connect the CT, that CT also should be have that much of withstanding short circuit current. For example, like I am going to connect 440 volt switchgear panel, then that CT withstanding current also be same as like a 440 volt switchgear withstanding current. Either it could be 40 kiloampere or 80 kiloampere per 1 second. So these are the basic ideology. We are selecting the CT rating. So now we will see CT burden. So CT burden, it's a very simple concept. The concept is how much load maximum we can connect in the CT. That is the CT burden. So burden itself name we know, it is something like loaded. How much load we can connect to the CT. That is mentioned in the term, it is called the CT burden. We were already discussed as per the standard, minimum we required 15 volt ampere CT burden. Okay, that is a minimum standard. Wherever you see in drawings, they use the 15 volt ampere CT burden. Okay, now we will see why they are selecting 15 volt ampere. Why don't they go beyond that 15 volt ampere or less than 15 volt ampere? We will see here. Okay, and before that, you can also note that this CT burden always preferably in the terms of voltage and current. You can see 15 volt ampere. So they are giving the values, the output, the expression is volt ampere mentioned. Like it is like a power. We know it's like a same power. Volt into current, it is a power in the DC formula. Same the terms they are used here. Okay. Now we will see the small example. You will understand what is CT burden, how they are selecting the CT burden for particular CTs. Let us consider we have one CT and I want this CT for protection my switchgear feeders. Okay, and this switchgear I am using the two protection relays. I am going to connect with this switchgear panel to protect, and I am connecting the CT in the switchgear panel. Like we can say it is 11 kV switchgear. Okay, so I am connecting 11 kV switchgear panel on CT, and these relays I am connecting with the RCP panel. You know RCP, it is a relay control panel. Okay, so this CT and this relays, between this CT and this relay is 15 meter distance, because switchgear panel is separately placed here, and 50 meter distance I am placed another panel, that is a RCB panel. These relays are fitted in that RCB panel. So now I want to confirm whether I selected this CT which is suitable for this relay or not. Okay, that is the concept. As per the thumb rule, I just select the switchgear primary current rating, whatever the rating full load current is coming, 20% greater than, I select the CT, and this CT for protection purpose, so I choose 5P10 accuracy class, and I know the burden, it could be 15 volt ampere. So now I want to recheck whether this 15 volt ampere burden is sufficient or not for this relays. Okay, so how I can verify? It's very simple. Before that, we will get some of the input from this question. CT rating is 200 bar 1 ampere, CT burden 15 volt ampere, and CT accuracy class is 5P10, and CT and relay between the distance is 50 meter. Okay, and from the manufacturer, they are using the cable is 2.5 square mm cable, XLPE cable, and this resistance of this 2.5 square mm XLPE cable is 0.741 ohm. Okay, and burden value of the numerical relay, here they are using the numerical relay, digital relay they are using, and each two, so the each relay is having the burden value, we can get it from the data sheet, that is a 0.5 ohm. So 2 relay I am using, that's why I put it 2 into 0.5 ohms. Okay, and also distance already they mentioned 50 meter. So these are the input we are getting from this question. So now we will see the formula, how we can calculate the burdens. Burden value equal to RB dash into I secondary square. RB dash means that calculated burden value, and I secondary means CT secondary current square. Okay, So this RB dash also having the separate formula. That formula is R2 lead plus R relay burden. This R2 lead means the cable we are connecting, that cable we need to calculate with a separate formula, that is R2 lead, and relay burden is given from the manufacturer details. Now we will see this R2 lead equal to 2 into length of the cable and resistance of the cable divided by 1000. So we know 2, so simply we put 2 int length is 50 meter and int resistance of the cable they already given 0.741 ohm. So divided by 1000 you will get the value 0.0741 ohms. So this is the R2 lead value. So now we will see RB dash equal to R2 lead plus relay burden. This is the formula. So R2 lead value 0.0741 ohm plus and relay burden value 2 relays we used 2 into and the relay burden is 0.5 ohm. So we will get the final value 1.0741 ohms. This is the calculated relay burden. So now we will see the total relay calculated burden equal to RB dash into I secondary square. This is the formula. So the RB dash whatever the value we found here 1.07 ohm into I secondary, CT secondary current. We selected CT is 200 bar 1 ampere. So secondary current is 1. So 1 square I put it. So total value is coming out 1.07 volt ampere. So final the term replace it with 1.07 volt amperes VA. So now we know the total burden of the connecting equipment is 1.07 volt ampere only. And how much now the general concept, the chosen CT burden should be greater than the calculated CT burden. How much the CT chosen CT burden? It's a 15 volt ampere. How much the value is coming here? Only 1.07. So from hence that it's prove our selected CT is perfectly alright for this connecting equipment. In this way you can easily verify that connecting equipment CT burden is whether it is sufficient or not. This is the general idea. I hope now you will understand what is CT burden and how we can verify the CT burden and also how to select the proper CT of our connecting equipment. I hope you will understand. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share this video to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.